As a Muslim revert, I want to share my story with you all. Originally, I grew up as a Catholic, but I never connected with the religion. I read the Bible and some things didn't make sense to me. I told the priest my questions and he couldn't give me a clear answer. Growing up in the West, the media showed that Muslims were bad people. However, something stuck out to me. I remember reading an article that stated that Islam was the fastest growing religion in the world. Another thing I discovered was that apparently prison guards were telling stories that inmates who genuinely truly changed as a person were the ones who reverted to Islam. So naturally I thought to myself, if the religion of Islam was portrayed as this bad, evil religion, why are more and more people converting to Islam? So for about 3 years, on and off, I was slowly but surely studying the religion of Islam more and more. And it was up until last year that things really started to change for me. I started seeing more and more videos of people talking about the beautiful religion of Islam, and I just see more and more people reverting to Islam. So I did this in secret. I decided to buy a Quran and I started to read it. It took me about a month to read it and everything just clicked for me. The Quran challenges you to think. It answered all the questions that I had. At this point, I wanted to revert and become a Muslim, but something was holding me back, and it was, what would my family think about this? And during this time, I was in a relationship, so I thought, what would my girlfriend think about this? Long story short, my girlfriend at the time broke up with me and she left me for somebody else. During this time, I was also struggling financially as well as in school, so I felt lost. I felt like it was the end of the world. And then I decided, you know what? I'm gonna visit a masjid. So I went to the nearest masjid, and at first, nobody was there. I couldn't enter it, so I left. The next day, I decided to go back and try again. So the next day, I went back, and still, there was nobody there. At this point, I was having some serious doubts, and I thought to myself, maybe this isn't for me. And before I left, mind you, I was never gonna come back. I said, Allah, please give me a sign. And as I was about to leave, a car pulls up, and it was a fellow Muslim brother. So I decided to go up to him and I asked him, can I talk to somebody here? And mashallah, this fellow brother invited me into the masjid. He showed me around and he gave me a free copy of the Quran in Arabic. He asked me if I was interested in Islam. I told him yes. The next day, I came back and I met the Imam at the masjid. And alhamdulillah, we had a very beautiful discussion. In my heart, I knew this was the right choice. A couple weeks later, I decided to take my Shahada, and alhamdulillah, I became a Muslim. Fast forward 7 months later, I'm about to experience my first Ramadan. MashaAllah, the Almighty Allah found me lost and He guided me to the straight path. And MashaAllah, my life is so much better now as a Muslim.